The afternoon sun cast long shadows across Veer's cramped apartment, illuminating the dust dancing around his multiple computer screens. It was 2:37 p.m. and the city's distant traffic hummed outside his window. Another trade. Another loss. Veer stared at the red numbers blinking accusingly on the screen. $3,742 gone in moments. His hands trembled, not from the loss itself, but from the mounting pressure he felt crushing his chest. This was supposed to be my breakthrough, he whispered to the sunlit room. On the wall, a vision board hung slightly askew. Magazine clippings of luxury cars, beach houses, and motivational quotes about success. Each image felt like a mocking reminder of his current reality. His family's words echoed in his mind. Trading is just gambling. Get a real job. He hadn't spoken to his parents in months, determined to prove them wrong. But with each passing week, his savings dwindled and his confidence crumbled. A notification pinged. Another trading group message. Massive opportunity incoming. 100% profit guaranteed. Would he fall into the same trap again? Or would he finally break the cycle? Veer's finger hovered over the message. Part of him knew it was a trap, but desperation was a powerful motivator. He wisely chose to disregard the message and continued with his work. Late that night, Veer scrolled through the trading forum, where he was a member, his frustration mounting after another challenging week. He posted a detailed breakdown of his most recent trade, a complex analysis that revealed both his potential and his struggles. Another losing week, he muttered, highlighting the key points of his post. His breakdown was thorough, showing technical analysis, entry and exit points, and a brutally honest assessment of his emotional state during the trade. Within hours, a direct message appeared from John, a famous equity trader with 25 years of market experience. Your analysis shows more depth than most traders of your age. But depth isn't execution. You're analyzing the map, but you're lost in the territory. Veer paused, his eyes fixed on the message. Something about the directness, the lack of sales pitch, the raw authenticity caught his attention. John's profile was impressive. Decades of trading experience, several published articles in financial journals, and a reputation for no-nonsense mentorship. This wasn't another get-rich-quick guru. This was someone who had survived market cycles. His fingers hesitated, then typed, "Tell me more, please." The conversation that followed would change everything. After their initial online exchange, John's next message was direct. "Come to my office tomorrow at 10. We'll discuss your trading approach in depth." The address was in a modest professional building in the financial district. Nothing flashy, just a simple, understated office space that spoke of years of professional experience. When Veer arrived, John's office was surprisingly minimalist. Walls lined with market charts, a few carefully selected books, and a large window overlooking the city's financial landscape. No unnecessary decorations, just pure, focused functionality. "Sit," John said, gesturing to a chair. "We're going to unlearn everything you think you know about trading." The conversation that followed would be the first of many lessons. The beginning of Veer's transformation from a desperate trader to a disciplined market strategist. As Veer settled into the chair, he sensed this wasn't going to be another typical mentorship. John's gaze held a depth that suggested he was about to unravel something far more profound than mere trading techniques. John's eyes took on a thoughtful intensity as his hands moved with careful precision. "Trading is like archery, Veer," he said, his voice steady. "A master archer doesn't dwell on where the last arrow landed. He channels his focus entirely on the present moment, trusting the release and letting everything else fall away." Veer leaned forward, intrigued. "In trading, like archery, your power lies in complete presence," John continued. "The Zen archer teaches us something profound about mastery. He doesn't chase the target. He becomes one with the bow, the arrow, the moment." He paused, fixing Veer with an intense gaze. "Tell me, What do you think happens when an archer becomes obsessed with his previous shots? Veer hesitated. I suppose he loses focus on the next shot? Exactly, John nodded. In trading, constantly looking back at your previous trades is like an archer constantly turning to see where his last arrow landed. You lose the precision of the present moment. John's voice took on a rhythmic, almost musical quality as he explained. Every trade, like every arrow, is a unique moment. Your past losses don't define your next move. Your future profits don't determine your current focus. There's only this moment, right now. But how do I detach? Veer asked, a hint of desperation in his voice. How do I stop myself from getting emotional? A slight smile crossed John's face. Practice, meditation, breathing. Imagine yourself as the archer. Before each trade, you center yourself. You breathe. You observe the market like an archer observes the wind, not fighting it, simply acknowledging its presence. He shared a story of a Zen master who trained archers. The master would blindfold his students. Feel the bow, he'd say. Become the arrow. The target is irrelevant. In trading, John continued, your bow is your strategy. Your arrow is your trade. The market is the wind. Your job isn't to control the wind, but to understand it, to move with it. Veer absorbed each word, feeling something shift inside him. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala didn't become a legendary investor by chasing every market movement, John said. He became legendary by developing a process, by understanding that patience and detachment are more powerful than any single trade. The room fell silent. Outside, the city continued its constant motion, much like the market, unpredictable, yet following its own rhythm. Your greatest enemy, John finally said, isn't the market. It's your own mind's desire for immediate results. John's voice softened. Remember, a true master's ritual isn't about grand gestures, but consistent, mindful preparation. Veer watched intently as John continued. Risk isn't about avoiding loss. It's about understanding your limits. Just like an archer knows exactly how much tension his bow can handle before it breaks. Think of your trading capital like your energy, John explained. You don't expend all your arrows in one shot. You preserve, you protect, you choose your moments carefully. He leaned forward, his eyes intense. Continuous learning is your true compass. Every trade, successful or not, is a lesson, not a victory, not a defeat, simply information. Veer nodded, feeling the wisdom seeping into his understanding. Your journal, John said, pointing to the notebook, is your most powerful tool. Not for tracking profits, but for tracking your growth, your process, your journey. The archer's lessons echoed in Veer's mind, not as distant philosophy, but as a living, breathing approach ready to be tested. The market awaited, and his next challenge was about to begin. The market opened with a familiar tension. Veer's hands, once sweaty and reactive, now moved with calculated precision. The lessons from John echoed in his mind. Process over profit, discipline over desperation. A challenging trade setup emerged. In the past, Veer would have jumped in blindly, driven by dreams of instant success. Now, he paused, breathed, analyzed. He checked his predefined criteria, market conditions, technical indicators, risk parameters, emotional state. The old Veer would have seen this as a potential big win. The new Veer saw it as another step in his learning journey. As the trade progressed, moments of uncertainty crept in. His heart raced slightly, but instead of panic, he remembered John's words. Stay with the process. Trust your preparation. Weeks turned into months, and Veer's trading account evolved from a mere collection of numbers into a testament to his personal growth. The transformation wasn't defined by the profits alone, but by his development into a disciplined, rational trader. His family noticed the change, not just in his financial stability, but in his overall demeanor. The stress-driven young man had been replaced by someone calm, purposeful, focused. John soon heard about Veer's success through the market circles. A faint smile curled on his lips, a quiet acknowledgement of the journey Veer had taken and the progress he had made. Trading, John would often say, is 20% strategy and 80% psychology. Veer now understood those words deeply. Success wasn't about beating the market. Remember, focus on the process, not the outcome. Mastery isn't a finish line, it's a continuous journey. Start today by refining your trading process, and the results will follow.
If you enjoyed this video and found the content valuable, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing updates. Your support helps us create more of what you love. Thank you for watching Stita Pragya, being steady and wise.